Spoonies. Happy Monday. Monday after Mother's Day. One of the holidays. I hope everybody had a good weekend. I know I did. Man, it was we had incredible weather. Saturday wasn't great here, but here in Dallas. But Sunday was awesome. In fact, it couldn't have been better. I think it was like 74 degrees, slightly breezy, and not a cloud in the sky. So it was just perfect. We had a great time. I hope everybody else enjoyed their weekend as well. And let me know what you guys did. I want to hear on the comments as we go through the show. What cool things you guys did for the what you guys cooked and so forth. I got lucky. I got a reprieve, man. It was awesome because my brother wanted to do the Mother's Day feast for our family, and so first of all, I'm eternally blessed that my folks are still alive and generally in good health and with us. And so mom and dad live in the area here, and in fact they live in the house I grew up in. So and it's not 40 minutes away. So we go over there on Mother's Day, and it's just it's after church and stuff. It's a blessing to be able to go and spend time with my folks. And so we had a wonderful time. Mom's health isn't the best, but she had a great day. She's been on some medicine and stuff that's made her feel really good, and so she's been having some really really good days, and I can't be I couldn't be happier, and we enjoyed the day yesterday. She, no pain and so forth, and so anyway she. I think she had a wonderful day herself, and I can't say enough good things about my wife. Again, if you'll, I typically do this, and sorry if anybody's rolling their eyes, but I want to dote on her for a minute because she is just the most amazing person on the planet. She quite literally, I hit the celestial lottery when our paths aligned, because she's just an amazing person. She's just kind as the day is long, never met a stranger, driven, grounded. She allows me to be the visionary who, oftentimes needs to needs the set on the. What are you doing?
I'm just messing with you, dude.
Oh,
we're all jealous
God.
of you. Actually, we're jealous of you right now.
Oh yeah.
Amen, man.
Yeah.
Bless you. Just saying. You know what? The fact that you say that out loud on the radio,
Dude, I love it.
bless you.
She is
That's
just amazing, honestly. And I have we're often so busy with, and I say we, meaning, she has to bear a lot of the load with, taking kids to practice and things like that. And, games, she has a game tonight, makeup soccer game from Saturday, cause they canceled those. But, but so, I mean, she does everything without a blink, and she's a person with a true sense of duty, and she's just awesome. So, Nat, if you're listening, I love you. You're the most amazing person on the planet. So, I couldn't be more thankful. And so we'll get a chance to go. We'll get a chance to go and do something. Just us here soon. Bear with me. Let me get through Memphis in May, and if I make it home alive, then we'll do something fun. I promise. So hey, Patrick, I don't see the feed yet.
Let me make sure we're up and streaming. It looks like we're streaming. Hey, hit refresh real quick.
I did.
Okay.
I'll do it again though. Hang on.
Yeah, okay, because I'm not the most technical guy.
I can't.
You can't trust a chef in the control room.
Makes two of us. All right, so I just want to make sure, because I want to follow along the comments, because I had told everybody, hey, follow along, and there we go. People
give me a hard time because I don't follow the stream very well on the comment stream.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I'll get to it tonight or tomorrow, and I don't, and they get.
Well, and that's why I'm doing it.
Let's just say upset.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing it. I want to make sure that for
they get recognized.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, I certainly want them to get recognized, but on top of that, I just want to make sure that if people who take the time to reach out, I want to make sure that I'm giving them their time. So, hang on. I don't need that blaring in my face.
Hey, yeah, well, hey, where you doing that? So games got canceled this weekend, right? On Saturday?
Games got canceled this weekend.
Nice.
And so Saturday, I don't even remember what we did on Saturday. We went to, so we have some friends who are, they're moving from Dallas or from McKinney, where we live, to San Antonio. And so their kids have birthdays that are kind of close together. And so they had joint ones, and we really like them. They're just wonderful people. Natalie used to teach with her, and that's how we know them. But anyway, so they were having a birthday party for the kids. We wanted to make sure that all four of us were there, just to kind of wish them off and wish them well, and hopefully it was a job transfer, so I hope that works out really well for them. And there's a chance that it's a residency, so there's a chance they'll be back in a few years. But the reality is, they may be somewhere else. So we just wanted to take the opportunity to visit with them for a little while and
so
and
those
wish
games,
them well.
Those games being canceled, that's what we call a happy accident, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the gods intervene in a weird way that works out in a positive in our favor, right?
Absolutely,
Or
man.
that happens a lot in cooking, by the way.
But here's the problem with that. It always comes back. They don't fall off the schedule. So
no. So
our biggest fear is that we're playing games from one season all the way into the next one.
So in my world, it's like, well, in our world, it's like when you drop the sugar into the cocktail sauce. Like, wow. Yeah. Okay, well, the next 14 dishes fail, right?
Yeah, exactly,
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. It is a chain. It is a chain reaction. I love it. So, I got a lot of people on today, man. I got to figure out how to make these comments bigger, because I want to make sure I get it to everybody. No, I don't want live notifications. Bear with me for just a second, because I got this tiny little JP. Marie, hello. Rob, what's up, brother? JP, you had 200 people for brunch. That's a nice size brunch, man. She is you know what? She is an angel to endure me. Believe me, you have no idea. Well, you might, but anyway, yeah, it's I'm eternally blessed for a lot of reasons. And many of them I just know. I'm just coming to realize, I guess you'd say. So, Memphis in May. I'll tell you this. I'm going to talk about Memphis in May in just a minute. I'm so giddy, my head's going to explode. I am so stoked for that. Anyway, I'm making sure I get all of Mother's Day taken care of. But anyway, I just was really. I was really. I felt really blessed to be able to spend yesterday with my mom and my wife, and so I'm done with Mother's Day now. I won't talk about it anymore, but we really had a great time, and I hope that all of you did too. So for all of you who cook, let me know what you cooked. I want to know what the good stuff was here. I'm gonna and while we're talking, I'm gonna try to man, I cannot get that feed up, so
Hey, give me 2 seconds. Okay, let me grab my laptop.
Okay. Yeah, we're good. I don't want to continue talking about it. It's all good. I'll figure it out. Anyway, so that takes us to Memphis in May. Oh my gosh. I don't know about, so I know that I got a lot of people on here who follow the show who are going to be there. And so I'll tell you this, I am just beside myself in it's because of a lot of you. So, once people realized, or once people found out that I was going, they just have extended the the invitations to come out, and they've given me their lot locations and so forth, and just given me the invitation to come out and hang with them and stuff. And for me to not be, I'm not familiar with the area. I've been, but it's been a long time, so technically I'm not familiar with the area, and not I say I don't know anybody. I know a lot of people out there now, but for all of you to invite me into your spots and everything and so forth, I'm just giddy over it. And I've talked to a lot of you over the course of the last week, especially the last several days, man. And we're I think everybody's got the same fever. Everybody's ready to go and have like a week's worth of barbecue fun. It's going to be a great time. And I'm still trying to learn a little bit about the the event itself and some of the some of the specifics and so forth. And so what I did was I pulled up the Memphis in May history, and it's kind of just to kind of give a few little details about the actual event itself. It looks like in 1977 they had kind of the Beale Street Music Festival, and it looked like a symphony, and so I'm assuming it's a music festival and so forth. And then in 1978 it looks like they had they added the barbecue component, and so and ever since, I've said this before about Memphis, but I think it's cool that the city of Memphis has for years now had a whole month set aside where something different happens every week, and it's or just kind of a different aspect of the festival itself, and they've just made it bigger and better every year. But anyway, one of the components I guess that has had staying power is the barbecue, the barbecue contest. And I had no idea how big this event was until I started this year and last year, I think my conversations with people has kind of led me into, wow, this thing is huge. But finally I got the map of the layout of the the teams and so forth, and it looks like there's 150 teams or something like that. It's it's a really, really cool deal. Kind of all spread out along the banks. Or one, I guess one main bank, and so I'm super stoked, man. And the map of all the spots kind of put me in the picture, and now I'm like, I can see me right here, and you guys giving me your spots and stuff like that, so I've been kind of trying to map them out and so forth, and I am just excited. One of the it seems like every day or two I'm finding more people that that cook it that I know but didn't know that they cooked at that event. But I'm among the people that I'm eager to see and spend some time with. There are also some teams that I want to kind of highlight and chronicle. The Shed and Boar's Night Out, and Heath Ryle's barbecue, and there are a lot of it. I think the Mixons will be there. I think I'm pretty sure Mike will be there. Anyway, so they do a different style. It's mainly pork. I don't know if they have other categories. I'm not cooking it, so I didn't get any details. You guys, if you want to chime in, we'll talk about them. But the main thing is, I think it's kind of a whole hog and ribs and stuff like that. I think there are shoulders and stuff. But anyway, I'm excited, man. I'm excited to be able to go and be a part of it. And I just think it's going to be a fun deal. It's a fun event, and I know some of the like for instance Brad from the Shed. I've had his pull, his whole hog barbecue a couple different times, because he's cooked at the Bourbon Q at World Food Championships. I think 3 or 4 years. I think he may have done it every year. So, and it's always absolutely spectacular. I mean, they've got a truck that is it's got this it's an old truck, and in the back it's got a this little apparatus that kind of allows it to be cooked straight up, and I mean, it comes out looking just perfect. This beautiful mahogany, and I know they're set probably 30 or 40 or 50 people doing whole hog. I don't know, there may be more than that, I don't know, but because I don't really know how that is all broken out. But when I come back and do my debrief next week, I'm gonna I'll do my kind of my recap of my trip and so forth, and I'll have a lot more of those details. But I just I am just giddy with excitement over this, and I hope for you guys that are for you guys who are participating or visiting or whatever as well. I said this last week, and I want to make sure that you do it this time too. Definitely sync up with me if if you're listening to the show, or if you know me, just let's the guy wrestling. What? Oh, I'm getting good messages. I love this. So the guy wrestling is called Money Muscle. All right. The shed is in everything. Okay. So the shed
I'm a little confused. Money Muscle? That's not Money Penny. Money Muscle?
Yeah. Okay. So the guy wrestling is called Money Muscle. So wait a minute. That's the barbecue. Okay. I think there's barbecue sauce wrestling. I noticed that on the, yeah. Oh yeah. I know it.
Wait. That's better than mud wrestling. You're talking barbecue sauce wrestling?
I think,
dude.
Hey, Rob,
I want pictures.
That. I think that's what it is. So I saw this weekend on the schedule. I think there's a barbecue sauce wrestling thing, and I think
John Candy would come back from the dead for that. Can I just tell you?
Absolutely. Oh my God, yeah, he would. Oh my gosh, what was it?
Stripes, mud wrestling, right? Yeah,
I mean mud wrestling. That's
but mud wrestling, barbecue. Come on, man, barbecue sauce wrestling.
That's pretty cool. And so I'd seen a picture, and I guess they get the luchador mask and stuff like that. It's awesome. He's dying. So I love it.
That's funny that you said it like correctly, not like Mexican wrestler. That luchador.
That's
classic.
That's freaking cool, dude. I'm telling you, this week it's getting better and better, and I haven't even gone yet. I had Vic Clevenger, who's a buddy of mine. He's going to be cooking for Boar's Night Out, the cooking comedian. He mentioned he said that his wife had to keep him from leaving early. He'd already he was packed up and everything. It was like Monday, and he wouldn't leave until Sunday yesterday, and he wouldn't leave until Tuesday. So everybody's ready to go, man. This is a really cool deal.
Chained down with a little bit of a anchor and some kids running around saying, woo, 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 woo. Hey, not yet, Dad, not yet.
Oh yeah. They're like, nope.
Hey, we get excited. Hey, we get excited about food. Can I just tell you?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. I get excited about everything, man.
You know what?
I could take a Valium.
This is a good generation. This is a good time to be alive. Can I tell you? I don't care what complaints you have. Not in this country. We have first world problems here, man.
Absolutely.
And we are lucky to be now.
Trying to get a ringside seat for barbecue sauce wrestling. That's going to be that's my first world problem.
We'll talk off the air because I got some ideas on that.
I love it. I freaking love it. Yeah, Rob said that's it. So apparently I got it. It's barbecue sauce wrestling. I love it.
You know, they say within arm's reach. I don't care. I just want to taste barbecue sauce.
And so I guess Money Muscle is what they call the dude wrestling. Do you know what Money Muscle is in competition barbecue?
No, but I know what stripper coupons are.
Okay, so
you know what a stripper coupon is? A single? Yeah, I'm older than you. You don't remember singles, right? So they don't make dollar bills anymore. Anyway, yes. What's Money Muscle? I'm not sure I want to know. What is Money Muscle?
So okay, so it's the top of the shoulder, kind of almost an extension of the loin where the shoulder starts, but it's got the same sort. So it's as soft as loin, but it's marbled like the shoulder. So when we do competition style.
I'm going to go grab something to eat in the kitchen while you continue explaining this. I'm so hungry right now. I mean, pork is my favorite protein. It really is. I know it's not the healthiest, but it's my favorite.
Yeah.
And you start talking about as soft as tenderloin, pork loin, and then as marbled as a pork shoulder.
It's perfect,
dude. It's like
so if you ever see a turn-in box for like a barbecue competition turn-in box for pork, they'll have these little medallions in them. And what happens is we shape that whole that dorsal muscle, and so we kind of shape it into a like a sphere, like a cylinder, and then cook it.
I think you just stop right there, sir.
Oh no, dude, it's awesome. Cook it separate. Cook it with the shoulder, and then lob it off and finish. Throw the shoulder back on. But anyway, you pull this thing off and let it sit for about 2 hours, 3 hours, and then I'll I love it.
Slice that in. Awesome. So that's like the oysters on the. That's like the oysters on the turkey, right?
It is. It is.
There's only two. I mean,
absolutely.
It doesn't matter how big the bird. There's only two.
Absolutely. And there are. There's something
like
that.
Six slices, maybe six.
I think 6, 7 slices. You've got to have 6.
Okay, I'm pretending I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah, I mean, I may have done that before.
Oh, dude. Anyway, so and it's just melt in your mouth bite. It's just absolutely phenomenal.
Buttery is good.
Oh, it's fantastic. Anyway, so I don't know where I was going with that.
That's my bad because I interrupted your conversation with yourself.
Money muscle. That's what. Okay. So that they call that the money muscle because it gets you paid.
Yeah, well, money, muscle, in other industries is called something else. Just saying.
Hey, they get you paid too.
Well, I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about. I was just talking about maybe, I don't know, stockyards or something. I don't know. I don't know where you're going.
Yeah, right. I love it. Oh, and I'm getting so many people in. You guys are. It is the best cut of the butt, Rob. It is. That sounded great. I love it. Who we got? Lynn. Okay, smoked and spiced, but absolutely we will. I look forward to checking out all of you. When you guys send me these little invitations and so forth, I'm putting them all down, and I'm because I want to make sure that I have your spot and stuff down. If you can send me your spot number, although I've got the map now, I can find it. But anyway. I'm so excited. I am over the moon. I thought I knew 12 to 14 last week. I thought I knew about 12 to 14 teams. I think I know 40 plus. Now it's going to be a wonderful week. In fact, somebody's got to let me know. What do you guys, Steve, what's up, brother? Stephen Coe, Bacon champion. So that is a WFC Slayer right there. He rocks it out in Culinary Fight Club Slayer. He does a great job, and his reputation speaks for itself. I'm glad to have you here, brother. I'm glad you're on. But anyway, yeah, for all of you guys that have teams and so forth, or if you're just visiting at Memphis in May, let me know so we can sync up. I'd love to say hi. There are many of you that I know, and there are some that I may know from eWorld, Facebook. But I want to sync up with all of you and put a name to a face and shake a hand, because that's how we do things down in Texas. So I want to make sure that. I get all of you. Thank you, Lynn. I appreciate that. I'll make sure that I put that down in there. I don't want to miss any, but that's the thing is I don't want to miss anybody. And plus, I was originally thinking, man, I got to walk around aimlessly, kind of looking inside all those trailers and floats, seeing if I know anybody. But everybody's giving me their numbers, so I couldn't be more excited, man.
How'd they get your number? They got your number.
They got me. They got my.
Hey,
number.
by the way, that stream I just shared it to your page, your personal page.
I saw
so
it.
Yeah. Okay, just want to make sure. And then, you can do it. I think in the programming today, I might have missed to put it multi-streaming to your page and my page.
Okay.
So.
All right, cool.
My bad, folks.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, I'm not allowed in the booth anymore. You want me to produce it next week? Jeff will be on board Monday through Friday.
You sit your ass right down there. You're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere.
Man, come on, man.
No.
It's 4:30. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Absolutely not. You sit right there, mister. So anyway, for those of you who have been to Memphis in May a lot of times, and I know, man, some of you, I always wondered how, there are teams that have cooked 20 plus years, and I always wondered, man, how do they get the opportunity to do that? Well, now I've figured out that many of the teams that I see who've done it all the time live like 45 minutes from Memphis, so they're not really traveling, because I was always I live in Texas, and so it's easier for me. In fact, it's easier for me to go to Royal almost than it is for there, or maybe about the same thing. But anyway, so I wondered how people were always hitting it, and now there's some of them that are like an hour, less than an hour away. It's like me driving to the other side of Dallas.
We call the science of that logistics.
Yeah, and so I was like, okay, it's convenient now. I get it.
You know what? I'm actually so I didn't tell you, but I'm going to the NRA show in Chicago this week.
I love it.
I just booked a ticket.
Good.
Right, so we're heading up on Thursday.
So you'll be there with Mark. And
Mark, and a couple of. I'm sure Kay will be there as well. But I don't know how many people. I would love to. I was trying to get Andy there. Yeah. Andy, if you're listening, I was. If I can afford to buy you a ticket, brother, let's talk off the air later, and I'll try to get you there personally. But he's done so much to help produce Mark's show and just help us out here in general.
He's a wonderful human being.
That guy's
a great guy.
He's like the nicest guy, the most unassuming man I've ever met. And he's like, well, I thought that. I'm like, are you kidding? You're like, no, are you kidding? I love your show, man. Yeah, I have no terrestrial footprint on terrestrial, and he's got his rating in his market off the charts. Man.
It's got to be. Got to be.
Yep.
He's got great tact, great delivery.
And he's got a handsome, that beard, dude.
Oh, yeah. Fear the beard. I mean, it really is awesome. I mean, one of these days when I grow up and, mine's all going to fill in. Mine won't fill in.
I'm not. So here's the thing. I'll shave my head and grow my beard. As long as the plumbing works, I'm good.
Then you'll look like me.
No, I'm a little bigger, a little heavier. But no, so here, but that alone is cool. But I was talking to Cheryl, Heisler? Oh, we'll come back and talk about
I
me.
gotta say, we're almost early for the next one. Guys, stay with me. We'll talk more about it, Memphis in May, and other stuff here pretty quick. Stay tuned. Thanks.
Have you done it? You catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror?
I'm one of those people you don't want to see naked.
Yeah, most of us. But I mean, you look and you're going, what the?
I know.
How did I get to whatever?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, it's horrible. Hey there, it's Doc Thompson and Brad Staggs to tell you about a different way to shed those pounds. This is brand new tech. It's only been around for a couple of years or so. It was based on research from the University of California that said there's a molecule called OEA that's found naturally in your body. It produces it in the Mediterranean diet, that when taken in concentrated amounts, it will actually make you feel fuller and boost your metabolism.
I've lost about 10 pounds so far.
It's amazing.
It
Now,
really is cool.
A company said, we can take this to market and make this great product that'll help you. It's called RiduZone, RIDUZone.com, RIDUZone.com. It's Brad's worked. It's worked for Brad's, worked for me, countless other people. Go to RiduZone.com and try today. You're going to love it. RiduZone.com. Remember that, RIDUZone.com.
Never Forgotten Apparel is more than just a premium women's and men's clothing line. It's a movement to remind us to wear American-made and serve those who serve us. Our heroes. Never Forgotten Apparel gives 20% of their total sales to nonprofits that support homeless veterans and off-duty firefighters, and 50% to individual veterans and firefighters in need nationwide. Check out neverforgottenapparel.com. Use promo code MATT, M-A-T-T, and get 15% off your purchase.
Dr. Ken Brown here, host of Gut Check Project with my co-host Eric Rieger. I've seen in my practice that Atrantil is a whole lot more than just a bloating product.
Yes, it does a whole lot more than just fix bloating because of the polyphenols that you find in Atrantil.
What are some of the things that these polyphenols do, Eric?
These polyphenols can help you have more energy, and polyphenols are great for athletes.
It sounds like it's going to help a whole lot more people than just bloating. Go to lovemytummy.com/Spoony.
And we're back. I always forget to hit my button. I mute it that way in case I have any crazy things I need to say that nobody else needs to hear.
That's what they pay me for, to make sure it's muted in here, man. It's all good.
I love it. And I'll forget it almost every time. I got halfway into my greeting last week, and I realized that I couldn't hear anything. Kathy, how you doing, my dear? I hope you're awesome. Well, you are awesome. I hope you're doing well. How about that? All of us going to Memphis in May, please pray for us because we're going to need it. I've been given one set of marching orders, and that's come back on Sunday and come back in one piece, which means that, twofold. Number one, I have to be intact, and number two, I got to be back on Sunday, not Monday, not Tuesday, not Wednesday. So that's what's going to happen. And I hate it. I'm going to miss the final table at WFC, and I really wanted to go, but it's Saturday and Sunday. So I wanted to do it really, really bad. But there's no way that I could have made it happen unless I flew from Memphis straight to New Orleans. And it's a whole other deal. And there's really not a straight flight. So I guess, I'm going to miss the World Food Championships, final table from the top 10 from the 2018, WFC. So just a quick shout out to you guys. I wish all of you the best of luck and kill it, and put out some stuff that wows the Brennans and the guys from Antoine's. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Dude, I'm telling you what, I'm telling you. So if I had a choice between a Michelin star, the $100,000 for the winner of the challenge, or getting my menu item on the Antoine's menu, my dish. That's a tough choice, man. I'm telling you, $100,000 would be great. That'd dig me out of a lot of really deep hole.
Absolutely.
The Michelin star, you can monetize that, but you get a dish on the menu at Brennan's who has not added a recipe in 100 years, not a single dish.
That is insane,
dude. Come on, no, that's not insane. That's iconic. That's like you live forever.
I'll tell you,
the star
this.
may go, the money will be spent, but that menu item will live forever.
That's right. It'll be there 100 years.
Hopefully, I mean,
He'll
at
be there
least
another 100 years. Yeah.
exactly.
So, well, and I know that the people who are going to be doing it, Nick Rickman and Robert Mansfield and I don't even remember all the top 10. It's been so long.
That was actually cool because you mentioned the two that I interviewed. So thank you.
Right. Well, they're the ones that I'm most familiar with. First of all, Nick is a personal friend. I mean, he's a wonderful guy, gentleman, and my gosh,
He's a gentleman in the kitchen, but he's a beast on the line. Not in a good way. In a good way, man. That guy knows. He knows what the hell he's doing.
He knows his stuff. He busted out on the line, but he also does well in competition. I mean, he's regimented. He's got his system, and
he was top 10 3 or 4 years in a row. Then he won last year for chef, best chef. So
exactly,
chef category.
He's and he's had a lot of success, but just an incredible human being. And he went through a lot of stuff last year.
Come on, what's a little flood and the restaurant closed a month after it opens because of water damage, and his house kind of was destroyed. But other than that,
small details, right?
Well, I mean, his dad. So his grandfather. The story of his grandfather, who came to the United States.
I don't know.
Yeah, so he actually worked at the Waldorf Astoria as a dishwasher, although he was a chef in Europe. Had a lot of cooking experience. He took the time to earn his wings, and he went down south and he opened the first in the South. I believe it was the first family steakhouse in the South.
Nice.
And that's where, and he was really close to his grandfather. It was a big inspiration for him. And when his house flooded and everyone was calling him saying, hey, are you going to go to the WFC, the championships this year? This is last, November, right? Late October, early November.
Yes.
And he's like, there was no doubt. He had a heart-to-heart talk privately with his grandfather. And he's like, there's no way in hell I'm not going.
Yep.
And he's like, and there's no option but to win. And he showed up, and he showed up.
He rocked it. He
and his wife,
he killed
by the
it. Yeah. And so both of them are great people, but I just it couldn't. His success couldn't have happened to nicer people, to a nicer guy. And
absolutely.
And so, but and Robert the same way. I mean, his story is in fact all of them have great stories. So I wish them all the best of luck, and I think that they're all winners at this point.
Have you talked to Robert about what he does for a living?
You know what?
Because he's from Pennsylvania, right? Just outside New York City, about an hour northwest, right?
Yes.
Okay, so he's a steak champion who was a barbecue guy for a long time.
Yep.
And he won before the SCA existed, it was unsanctioned. He won a big steak challenge back there, I think, in Atlanta or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so, it was actually Atlantic City.
Atlantic City.
So, yeah, he won there and then decided to go into steak and still do barbecue. But he restores pianos, like these old classic pianos, for a living.
That's awesome.
And I thought about that, when competition chef, restaurant chef, as a pastime or a hobby, because it's not his profession, right?
Right.
The attention to detail that you need shows on his plate. That ribeye he put on the plate.
Yeah. It was
damn,
nice.
dude.
Absolutely.
No. Damn, dude. That was beautiful. He did a great job.
Yeah, I know that's cool, and he's going to do so he's got Hiram and Matt Brown. I mean, they're going to kill it. They're going to do a great
Hiram,
job.
that guy. I'm just joking, man. Hiram's cool, man.
Yeah, he's
surprised
awesome.
he's not calling in today.
He's awesome. He's probably on the line today. No, it's Monday. He's such a day off. That's
okay.
So
he's probably resting for once.
Exactly. Well, he joined a while ago, but. I just wish them all the best of luck, and I wish I could go. It's one of those few times where that I really didn't want to have to choose, but I was already going to be at Memphis in May, and they don't even have the awards until Saturday. I guess all the awards aren't until Saturday evening, and I wouldn't miss, that would be silly to miss that. So yeah, it's cool. But anyway, I still wish those guys the very best of luck, and I have a ticket, but I'm still holding out hope that there's some weird way that I can make it from Memphis to New Orleans on Sunday, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, the good thing is,
especially since I'm driving,
Derry O'Connor's going to make it down there for us, so she'll be calling in every day with an update.
That's cool. Andy's going to go too, right? Is Andy going?
I think. I don't know. I need to text him and ask.
Yeah. Hey, I thought Andy and Mike. I thought Andy and Mark both were.
So Mark is going to Chicago to the NRA show.
Oh, that's right.
So I need to. I'll call Andy off the air later and find out.
Well, then I think this guy. I'm pretty sure Andy's going because when he called into the show 2 weeks ago, that was
he should be. I'm telling you, Andy. If you're not, if there's any way I can help you get down there, besides to give you a check for $1,000, I can do 100, maybe 50, but You need to go. He needs to be there.
Absolutely, for sure. If for no other reason than to like,
update us,
give us
make us
the
jealous.
updates, yeah. To the extent that he can. Sorry, Mike. To the extent that he can. So anyway, yeah, enough about that. But I just, man, I wish that I could do both of them. But so, shifting back to Nick is on. Hey, brother, we'll be thinking about you. And I mean, my gosh, you've already won because to defy the odds like you did last year. I was there for that. I won't be there for your final table, but I was there for the rest. So, I wish you the best, and you're an incredible guy. And again, man, we'll have to sync up soon. We kind of got that on the docket just with an open date, but I wish you the absolute best, man. JP, you're going to be there? Oh, never mind. Hey, we got our informant. Hey, John Paul, you got to give us the dirt.
Little UB40.
Yeah. That is old school.
It's been a very long day. Let's just say that.
Patrick and I both look like we're wore out, man. He had a long weekend, and for some reason I had a fairly long. My day got started early today, so I'm kind of my energy level is high, but also my delirium. But that's kind of like any other day.
Crazy scale.
That's not a Monday.
It's kind of like hot. Well, here's my theory. It's always Monday morning. You know why? Because it doesn't matter what day. It could be Friday night, Saturday morning. I don't care. It's always Monday morning. That way, when something goes wrong, you step back, take a deep breath, and say, it's just Monday morning, man. This was bound to happen, and you deal with it.
Right.
But it's exhausting.
It is exhausting. It is bad. I love it, though. So, kind of switching back to Memphis in May, my understanding is that there's a different category that's done every day, like Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I think. And Rob, I know you're on and you know this, so you can help me, with that one. I'll have all those details when I get back. I'll kind of give the recap on everything that happened. Right now, I just can't. The only thing I got to talk about is my excitement for going. I
was like, hey, that was the fastest hour in radio ever.
Oh, did you hear that? Well, I
did. My
phone's going off it's going off the rails, man, and so I keep having to shut it up. But anyway, so going back to Memphis in May. So somebody tell me what we do, or what do you do on Wednesday night? Because I'm coming in. It looks like I'm going to be a little bit later than I thought I was. I don't know. I guess I thought I was in a Jetsons, one of those floating saucers, but it looks like I'm going to be a little bit later than I thought I was going to be. Plus, I'm kind of excited, man. I'm going to go. So I'm going to go meet up with Michael Dampier, who's at the Ohio Club in Hot Springs, and so he it's one of these places. There's an iconic place that Al Capone used to hang out at, and I'm excited, man. I'm excited to check that out and visit with him for a little while on the way there. But before I continue on eastward, but that's going to put me there about, I don't know, probably 5:30 or 6 o'clock to the hotel. And I was curious, do you guys hang out and on Wednesday night there, or are you guys out on Beale Street somewhere getting tore down? Because that's wherever y'all are is where I got to be. So let me know where you're going to be at, because I want to go with a party at. Rick joined. Hey, what's up, brother? Rick Davis. I know him from here local. He's a fantastic person. Yeah. Oh, okay. No, never mind. I thought I heard like a something out of my headphones. It was your phone, wasn't it? Huh?
We have this great thing called a talkback mic where only you can hear me.
Uh-huh.
And I may have had it open, so my apologies.
Okay.
How you doing? Now, so I don't look. I should not be running the board, but I'm running the board. I'm just saying.
That's funny. I dig it.
No, it's not funny. I'm a chef, dude. I'm not like a tech guy like you who became like a proficient chef. I'm a chef.
Here's the thing I love about and so this kind of reminds me, one of the things that I love about this show in doing this show is that it's real and unpolished and unrefined,
and it's live,
and we, whatever we say, you can't take back, and I love it. But and
wait, we can't take that back. Oh, let me rethink this then. Hey, I apologize. I left the mic open, sir. Yes, I'll just mute the mic and you go continue talking. Yes,
yeah, I love it. Yeah, but one of the things that I've always enjoyed, or that I've enjoyed about doing this is and this kind of ties into what I'm about to tell all of you, and I could not be more thankful for all of you that have joined and just overwhelmingly supported my my show here. In the in kind of the opening set of shows, because it's been fun, and I have prided myself on not being polished and prepared. I mean, I'm prepared a little bit, but generally speaking, I come in here and we just my goal was to come in here and just sit down like you guys were sitting at the a table across from me. We're having a conversation for an hour, and just kind of I think one of the things that kind of sucks about being an adult is we get so caught up in the daily routine that we don't get an opportunity just to unplug and just let off the gas a little bit and just kind of get lost in conversation that doesn't have to do with work or the news or all the bad stuff that's going on in the world right now, and just kind of talking about something fun. And everybody loves food, and everybody loves I think everybody wants to have fun and wants to have a kind of a lighthearted approach and a fun existence. And oftentimes life kind of gets in our way, and I think it robs us of our joy a lot of times. And my goal on this show from the very first has been, hey, let's unplug and just kind of hang out for a little bit and talk, maybe talk about some interesting subjects and talk about some, fun events and stuff like that. And just kind of have an off the cuff conversation. I have no plans to edit these. I have no plans to make them, edit out the this kind of thing, the thes and the
I'm grateful you're not
and
going to edit me out and mute me, because a lot of people do.
No,
just saying.
No, absolutely not. Hey, I got kids. If I need to tune you out, I can do it with you sitting there yapping. Believe me.
Selective hearing, brother, a gift that was only given to men. Sorry, women, but mostly us.
I love it. So I've had just incredible feedback, both publicly and just directly, people enjoying the show and so forth, because it's not polished. It's real. It's live. And I don't rehearse every word. I don't rehearse any words. We just sit and we have a conversation, and people have told me, man, it's like sitting across from you at that booth and just having a conversation over coffee or something. And the feedback has been really overwhelmingly positive, and I just wanted to thank all of you for that. That's what I wanted for the show in the first place. It was to be an opportunity for us to, maybe listen to something where, for a change, there wasn't somebody, screaming into the the mic over some Politico or some kind of, religion or the bad things that happen on the news or whatever. This is going to be food and fun and good vibes, but more than anything, good vibes. And it's not always going to be, I'm not always going to have the most interesting stuff. I'll have a lot of interesting guests and so forth. We're going to do, quite a bit of that with my traveling and so forth, and doing a lot of these events. That in May, it's been more, it's just easier to cover the events, and then once I get back, I'll probably have, one or two people from Memphis in May on my show, to kind of recap, maybe I'll book somebody for next week, as part of the recap to Memphis in May, because I have a feeling I'm going to have a full hour of stuff to say. I'm probably going to go off the air yapping.
Sorry, I was working on me. Aw. No, but here's the cool thing. Spoony was meant to be unscripted. I mean, it's not that we don't do, top level chef interviews and we don't try to get the influencers on here, but the great thing is that people that are passionate about food, regardless of how they do it, get to talk about what? Food. We get to share our passion, hopefully inspire some people that are professionals or just home cooks. Maybe they've never cooked.
Yep.
And get them to get up and participate. That's all we want.
Yep. JP said a show for chefs made by chefs, and you're exactly right on that. The only problem is I can't say a lot of the stuff on the air that the chefs say to each other.
What the beep or beep 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 talking about?
It would be one big beep the entire time, and then the commercial, and then they go back into the beeps.
Thank goodness Gordon Ramsay doesn't have a solo radio show, because it would be a lot beep.
Exactly. That'd be what it was like. So, okay. So so it looks like everybody's going to be, well, I know you guys are in the park on Wednesday, but do you stay there? Do you leave? are you there overnight? What's the deal with that, Craig? That I think that's the main thing I want to know is what do you guys do? When on Wednesday before, because I know I think Thursday, Friday, and Saturday are the competition, unless I may be off on that, and that's spoken as somebody who has no idea. So let me kind of get back with me and let me know what the what the scheduling and stuff like that is. So Rob, thanks, I appreciate that. So anyway, hey Jeff, what's up, brother? Sean, how you doing, man? So Sean Stoffel's got a really cool place. Yep, Sean Stoffel's got a really cool place called Chard 380, and it's in McKinney. There's one in Argyle, which is outside of Denton too, and really cool place that's just opened up in my neck of the woods in McKinney there. So for all you local guys, he's got some really quality products in there. Some great names and so forth. In fact, I'll probably be doing some collaborative work with him going down the road. So that's going to be a fun one. Oh, I see some cool people. Hey, Chris, how you doing, brother? I'm glad you joined me. Tammy, hi. It's good to hear from you. Yeah, Chris, I'll do that. I'll send you my stuff right after the show. Rick, how you doing, brother? We're just hanging out, man. We're hanging out and having a good time. I'm talking about I've been rapping about my upcoming trip to Memphis in May. And have you been? I'm just curious. Let me know. I don't know if everybody heard my story about it from last week, but the only time I've ever actually been to Memphis in May, I had no idea what Memphis in May was. So this time, I'm kind of armed with a lot more information than I was, last time I went. But, I'm also pretty excited to hang out in Memphis, man, because, yeah, I liked a couple of the places that were off the beaten path a little bit. Everybody was, the people I knew were wanting to go to, what's the blues guys play? Good grief. He just passed recently. Anyway, and I hit the Rum Boogie Cafe, which had great food and some good entertainment and so forth. Just a little bit further down, and nobody was hitting it. And I went in and I had a ball. I think I went there like 2 nights in a row. So in the Irish bar down there is really cool. If it's the one I'm thinking about, I think they told me this. They actually built the whole, this really elaborate, nice, pretty wooden bar structure in Ireland and disassembled it in modular sections and sent it over by boat, and then put it all together in there in that place in Memphis, in downtown Memphis. It's a cool Irish bar. Anyway, I just think that whole thing is really neat. There's only a few of those, I think, in the United States. There was one in Chicago that I knew about, and I'm sure there are a few more. But anyway, I dig stuff like that. I like the the places that are storied, and there's no better story than the history of Memphis, and so I'm really excited about going. I mean, I'm excited about Memphis in May too, but I'm gonna hit some other places too. I got to hit Gus's, so I got to hit one of those hot fried chicken places, and in fact, I may do that with Jeff Jabot sometime here, in the next or Wednesday or Thursday when I first get there. So, but anyway, yeah, I mean, I am so excited. I'm my I kind of I was able to kind of firm up my plans last week, and I added a day on there. So Wednesday through Sunday, man, I'm gonna have 4.5, whatever it is, 4.5 days. It's gonna be a fun deal, and I'm excited to go. I'm excited to see all of you that are gonna be there. I'm really really stoked at how many of you are gonna be there, either visiting or competing. So and I'd said this at the before the break or just after, but if for any of you who are we're going to have a spot down there. If you'll just kind of direct message me or something, or, send me a message either publicly or privately, your spot. I'm kind of taking all those down and making sure I know who is where. That way I can come visit, and you guys have just been amazing, and have your hospitality has already shown. You guys have invited me to your spots, and so we come then allow me to hang out and so forth. And I appreciate that as somebody who isn't competing. That that is that's just kind of a godsend for me to be able to hang out and visit with all of you and actually get to know a lot of you. Next year I'll probably be competing. If I don't even know what the parameters are for establishing a team out there or whatever, but if it can be done and my schedule will allow for it, I'll do it. But for the first year, I just thought it would be a cooler deal to I just thought it would be a better deal to go out and visit and just hang out my first year and see how things run. I'm excited to see some of these, some of your powerhouse teams, and I had no idea. It didn't dawn on me until I made my hotel reservations, just how close some of you are. Olive Branch and Oxford, and I think Melissa Cookston's place is right outside of right out. In fact, it may be in South Haven. It may be where I'm staying, but all these places are right outside of Memphis. I always wondered how people were able to do 20 years worth of comps. So hell, it's in the same, it's almost in the same city, it's an hour away. So, so now I see how it's, now I see how it's possible. But, JP, don't get shot in Memphis, boy, that's no lie. It's really easy. If I get shot, it's going to be by somebody at Memphis in May, because that's probably going to be where I spend most of my time. I may be on Beale Street, but the only way I'm going to be on Beale Street probably is with a big group. So, unless a fight breaks up with them, I guess I'll be safe. But I actually am staying in South Haven and not in Memphis. I couldn't get anywhere near downtown naturally, but I'm staying in South Haven because it's just a little bit away from from all that stuff. I think it's in a good part of town and stuff, and so I'm excited about doing that. Anyway, Hiram, what's up, brother? We were just talking about you. Your ears burning. You guys have an important thing going on this weekend. I don't remember what it was. Do you? Cooking or something. I don't know. So Reb, I will not be in NOLA. I would love to be in NOLA for Sunday. My problem is I don't know how to get there from Memphis. I'm not even leaving Memphis from Memphis in May until Sunday morning. So unless I drove straight from Memphis to New Orleans, and then maybe caught a flight out, I'll have my car, so that's not even possible. So I just don't see it. I don't see how it could possibly happen. But if there's a way, don't count me out. We'll figure it out. Anyway, so what else we got? I'm making sure that I get all of the. I'm making sure that I get all of your comments answered. And Rob, hey, you know what? Rob Dopp, you've been an amazing friend, and you've just made sure that I had all the information, and you guys are excited I'm coming and stuff. And I really appreciate that. So we're gonna be we're gonna have some fun. It's gonna be a great time. And it's like I said, I haven't been to Memphis in 17, 18 years, something like that. So it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I can't wait to experience it with all of you there. And my show next Monday will be a recap. Well, if I make it back alive, my show will be a recap of Memphis in May, the parts that can be aired. I mean, there may be some things I want to keep to myself. Who knows? But
if it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, you can say it. But if it walks like a chef and talks like a chef, it's got to be off the air.
Oh yeah, that ranks right up there with the beeps. Yeah, we'll have to keep that one offline. Anyway, so that's I'm so excited about going, and you guys, so all of you guys who are going to Memphis in May, let me, like I said, be sure to sync up with me in the next couple of days, and let me know where, kind of where you're going to be. If you're going to have a spot, let me know, and I plan on kind of giving some. Giving props to all of you. We'll shout you out over the air on Monday, and it's good. It's going to be such a fun time. I'm excited about it, and I'm more excited than I've been about just about any one of those.
Hey, if anybody's going to be in Chicago for the 100th anniversary of the NR National Restaurant Association show, let me know. Let Randy know. Let me know. You just email info@Spoony or Randy directly and let us know.
That's going to be
shout out.
Great.
We'll meet
show.
you there.
Absolutely, it's going to be a great show. So, man, I can't believe it has been an hour already. I've had fun. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll talk again soon. Stay tuned for my recap next week on Monday.